Hello guys and welcome back to Mark's Shrimp Tanks. Today we're going to be showing you how to build these wonderful LED lights that I've made here. These are very cheap and they look fantastic, I think, on this tank. So I'm going to show you today how I built these. We're going to go through all the parts that you're going to need, and I'll also show you these lights. So let's unbox one. Actually, you know what, I'll put you on the tripod right here. You're already on the tripod, but you're going to be even more on the tripod. Let's see, straight to camera. Right, so these lights, these are ones I got off eBay. And what is important to note with this type of light is the quality of standard, okay? Because these came from China, but they also came from Hong Kong. And there's a difference. If you buy directly from China, there's a chance that the product will be pretty poor. So I like to buy, anything I buy from China, I always like to buy directly from Hong Kong, because it is normally made to a British standard. I don't know if you'll be able to see on here. Okay, so it's normally made to a British standard, and the giveaway for that is the plug connection here. It has live, a neutral, and an earth. That is typical cabling for a UK plug. And why is it like this? You're wondering, why is it like that if you're buying from Hong Kong? Well, Hong Kong used to be colonized by Britain, so that is where they get their standards from. So these lights are very good. I'm going to tell you a little bit about them as well first. These are 6,500 Kelvin lights. Let's see what actually says on them. It says color temperature white, but on the website it says 6,500 Kelvin. I can tell from the way it looks on to my naked eye that these are 6,500 Kelvin. So these lights are fantastic. And now I'm going to tell you the good part. These lights cost me less than $5 US, and this is a 20 watt LED light. Okay, $5 US. I think that is absolutely fantastic. The quality seems to be quite good as well. Whether they last, we shall see. But so far so good. I've had the other lights up and running for a little while, and they seem to be pretty decent. So we're going to show you how I build these things. Okay? Now, you ever see parts in the video where it's like a jump shot? It's because I have to move the camera, etc. Okay? But bear with me, guys. Okay, so let's get started. Right, the first thing we have to do here is we're going to remove the earth wire from these, because we don't use an earth wire in Norway. I'm just going to show you the cabling that we have in Norway, because it's a European type plug like this. You see the cabling is like this. So the extra yellow and green one is obsolete for us, so we're going to just give that a little cut off to make it a little bit tidier. We're going to do that for all of them. So that's the yellow and green wire. We're going to do that on all our lights. Now I've chosen to use 3 lights on this light bar that I'm going to make here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this for the middle set of tanks over there, or if I'm going to use it for my plants. So we shall have to see. Okay, so roughly you want to get the middle of your board. I'm not going to measure any of this stuff, guys. I'm just going to do it by my eye, basically. What you're going to need here is you're going to need a little connector, a little plastic connector like this. Okay, and our power is going to go on one side here, and then it's going to be as simple as our LED lights are going to connect to the other side. I'm going to connect all 3 of them in line to this. Okay, so we're going to do that first. To hold this down, we're just going to use a screw. I'm going to put it near the back of the board, and again, I'm just roughly going to position this because I don't think it's that important. If you want to measure things exactly, etc., feel free to do so. I'm not going to do that today on this video, and that is because my eye is good enough. Right, so there you go, the connector is now connected to the board. It's not going anywhere, one screw is enough to hold it. we're going to add the power to it, and the power is going to be on the back part. Whatever way you do this, it doesn't really matter here. You see the wires, I've got blue and I've got brown. I'm just going to open up these connectors at the back before we do anything else. So that's anti-clockwise on each one. Okay, and then we're going to put these wires into this connector like so. I'm going to push that in as far as it can go. And then we're going to tighten up the little screws. We want these to be pretty tight because we don't want this wire to come out. Okay, 1, 2, there you go. So that's tight enough. Both wires are securely connected. It's not going to go anywhere. I'm just going to open up the front two as well while I'm here. Okay. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to remove these little screws on the side here. You see the little screws? Because it will be easier for me to attach this with the screws not in the way. You can see that there, see? So I'm going to do the first one. And I have noticed with these ones, because the LEDs are facing a certain direction, I'll show you what I mean just now. I see if the light is sitting on the tank like this, the light is narrow going into the tank. If you put it that way, it goes wide into the tank. So I want it to go wide, so I'm going to put this one a little bit different from the original one I made, I think. Okay, so I'm going to roughly mark it up here, somewhere in the middle, because this light that we just took off is going to go here. I think I'm going to use my electric screwdriver for this, just to save a little bit of time. Okay, and then we're going to use a couple of stainless steel screws. It doesn't have to be stainless steel, I just use ones that I have lying around from my boat, etc. So you guys can do the same, I think. It's not going in properly, you dumbass. Okay, keep it kind of straight all the way in. Put another one in. One is probably enough, but I'm going to put two in. That's the second one in. And there's one thing I should also do on here is this, because see that? Yeah, so let's do that on the next one so we don't damage the drill. Okay, so now we're going to add the light back on. This is the one here. Okay, should we actually we'll no, we won't actually. We'll add the light back on first, I think. So the way we're going to do that is just by putting this into here and then screwing it back in, and that is it. And that's what's going to hold our light. It's so awkward doing this with the tripod right in my way. Okay, so I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the other side, and then we're going to wire up, because I need to see that this works before I go any further. Okay. And I'm pretty impressed with these lights, so I probably will buy more of them. Okay, so that's tight enough for us. And then I'm going to put these two cables in here. Remember the colours that I showed you before? Just let me show you that. This is how we're going to match it up. These wires here will go into this side of the connector there. You see how I've got brown on one side and blue on the other side? Well, these are also brown and blue, right? So you want to match them up side by side and then put them in. So this part is almost impossible for me to show, so I'm just going to have to do it, and then you're going to have to trust me that it's in. So let me go around here. Okay, so that is the wires in all the way. I'm going to tighten up the two screws now. It's important that these screws go in tight. So they cramp the wire nicely. Okay, so this one is in really tight, and just to make sure that the light works, we're going to plug it in and test it. Okay, so this might be really bright in the camera. We're going to see how it goes. 1, 2, 3. There you go, and it works nicely. What I'm going to do now, right, is I'm going to attach the other two on each side. I'm going to wire them up, and I'm going to show you the final product, because basically doing the next two is the same as the step I've just shown you here. Okay, so all you have to do is add your extra light here, add the light on this side, and wire them up to the same little junction box. Okay, and I'll show you that in a second. Okay, so this is what the final final build kind of looks like. I'm going to go over just what it looks like, etc., because I think that's easier for you guys to see if I just show you stuff. 2 screws holding the bracket in place. Each LED goes to this little junction box here and is wired in here. And this build is super simple. It took me less than 5-10 minutes to put this together, so I think it's going to be quite good. I'm just going to test the lights actually, make sure they work before we do anything else. Please! They work, and they are very bright as well. Okay, so what we're going to do now is this light is going to go over here, right, and it's going to go in this middle space here. Now unfortunately I'm going to have to put the camera down again while I do this, because the space in there is super tight. I'm not going to be able to show you me trying to hang it and stuff, etc. That's the boring part. The main part of this video is me showing you how to make the light. I'm going to leave a link in the description to where you can buy them from. And please guys, please leave some for me, because I do plan to buy more of these lights. For $30 for 6 lights, that's all of these, and all of these ones up there. It is absolutely outstanding. So we are going to put the light in here. I have to take the old one out first. The old one will probably be going under here. So that is the plan. I will be one momento. Okay, so the lights are in position. Let's have a look at the tanks. First thing you'll notice is the shimmer. I love this effect on shrimp lights. The thing you get with LED lights. It's because you have the light basically comes down in one certain area more than the others, so it causes reflections and shadows that you just don't get with T8s or T5s, I don't think anyway. And I think it makes the tanks look incredible. You know what I think? They look way better. I love the fact that there's now some shadows as well. Doesn't it look good? Okay, and I'm going to show you the actual lights now. And just temporarily they're held on by cable ties, and the reason I'm doing it with just cable ties just now is because I want to be able to adjust the height of these up and down a little bit. I might even screw them to the wood that you can see there, because basically with this it's going to be the higher I put them, I think it's going to be a little bit better spread of light in here, so it's something I'm just going to have to make my mind up about. you know, and come to the decision. What you do is up to you. Like for example, the top one, I think it looks great as it is. I love the way this looks now. Okay, so there you go guys. Hope this has been of some usefulness to you. Maybe you guys can go out there and build your own lights cheaper. As I said, these ones are only $5 each from eBay. I will leave a link in the description. And I love you all. You know what's coming next. If you want to subscribe, do that. If you want to leave a like, I would appreciate it as well. Thank you all for watching guys, and I will catch you in the next video. Happy stream keeping. Bye.